What's up, guys? It is Will here, back again, and we got Joe fucking Shiesty on the board, bro. Joe Shiesty. Keco is riding high today because, guys, we got Joe Shiesty paid, and I'd say that we can give ourselves credit for this one. It was because of our show, Keco, that Joe, his contract negotiations took an upward tick after our live stream where we talked about him, and the proof is in the pudding. Guys, it's Friday, September the 8th, 5:18 p.m., only a couple minutes behind. Joshua Gordon, Comic Concept, should be joining us shortly for our third panelist, including myself. That said, guys, September 8th, 2023, we're getting close to 2024, Keco. And you know what that means? Joe Shiesty could be in a Super Bowl by that point.
This is correct. This is correct, Will.
I mean, how are you feeling, Keco? Are you riding high with Joe Shiesty's new contract, bro?
Yes and no. I mean, because here's my thing is that we've got him locked up for 7 more years at this point. You know, we picked up his 5th-year option. He's playing this season. So we got him for 7 years. By the time this contract expires, he'll be 33, 34 years old. That's kind of when quarterbacks start to kind of depreciate or whatever, but still Burrow is a generational talent. So am I happy that he's locked in forever? Yes. I mean, we've never had a player quite like this. Now, all that being said, you have to live up to those expectations now. You can't just get the bag and run. That's concerning to me a little bit. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think he's way too much of a team player. But now it's the question, can you put the weapons around him? That was always the big thing, is that everyone's like, he's going to take a team-friendly deal. He's going to basically play for Skyline Chili coupons and La Rosa's Pizza. And I was like, yeah, maybe. But this is what happens every time. Whenever there is a new rookie quarterback, or any rookie player for any position that comes up on their rookie deal and it's time to up the ante, they're always going to be the highest paid player at their position until the next person. So I knew it was, as everyone's like, I can't believe it. He took $275 million. Talk about a team-friendly deal, my ass. I was like, he's not going to take less than what everybody else got. So he sets the benchmark, yes. And so now we don't have to worry about that for the next 7 years. Now, next year, when ultimately another quarterback is going to be up, they are going to set the thing. But the way the cap moves and inflation, I mean, it is what it is. We got the guy locked up now. So now the big question is, of that $219 million that's guaranteed, must be nice, by the way, getting $275 million. Imagine that. Generational wealth for generational talent. But now, so what do we do when it comes down to, can we stock him with weapons? We have Chase that has 1 more year left before he can get an extension. But the big question is, will T. Higgins be extended? Because they said right before I got on this show, T and the Bengals are way apart. And that most likely that's not going to happen this season. Everyone's like, well, this is it, all in on this season. Yeah, maybe, because T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1. He deserves to be paid like a wide receiver 1. Justin Jefferson's going to get that bag whenever his is up, and then Chase is going to get that bag. And I feel like T's going to be the odd man out, and they're not going to be like, okay, we're just going to put in literally half of all of our money on 3 players and just hope for the best. Yeah, it's great. I'm sure they're friends and they're boys, but there's going to have to be a business decision made there. And
I think T. Higgins is going to end up on another roster because someone's going to pay him.
We're going to trade him. Most likely, we're probably franchise tagging for 1 more year next year. We'll trade him for a pick, and we're going to wish him the best. But this is our best year. We have the O-line we need. We have the D we need. And we have people in the wings. As I said before, my sleeper guy that I think is going to be a huge game changer that could potentially replace T is from all the way from the Ivy League. That is Andre Iosivas. He is my dude. He's got that dog in him.
Yeah. You mentioned that to me about he's a viable pickup in fantasy. So, yeah. Yeah, dude. But absolutely, bro. Guys, give a shout out to Joe Shiesty and, of course, Keco. He's a Bengals fan. Someone asked, Keco is from Cincinnati. That's why he's a Bengals fan. Someone's like, why are you a Bengals fan when you live in Tennessee? Well, I'm a Saints fan. And I live in Maryland. So it can happen. It's a thing out there. But Keco's from Cincinnati.
I spent 21 years there in Cincinnati, and I go back every couple months or whatever to see mommy and sister. So, you know, I still go back to the Queen City.
Nice. Well, we had to give
thank you for that background, buddy. And for everybody out there saying, I want the figure talk. Well, we're getting there, y'all. Give me a second.
We had to talk about the major breaking news in America right now.
Give me a second to get my bearings together, because that's where my thoughts were. So now that they got that out of the way, I can give you all the rants that you guys pay for.
Well, we had to do that, bro. That was important. That was an important step that we had to get done. But yeah, of course, bro. Of course, I'm here for you. Natalie G is in the house, guys. Let's address the chat before we address our topics. My boy Anakin in the thumbnail. This has got to be my favorite version. Hey, we're gonna talk about that, Natalie. Don't spoil the lead, Natalie. Flash messy. Popping in to say hi. Better than evil. Good to see you, bro. Luis Jimenez, did you get Pennywise InArt? Not yet. He has not shipped yet for the rest of us. Joao doesn't have his. I don't have mine. There are some Chinese collectors who have gotten it, but other YouTubers and such have not. And I asked Kit, he was like, I don't really know. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hi, folks. Hi. Do I PO this Anakin now? That is the question, Christian. We are going to talk about that. Seven is here. He asked me to make a video about the updated Obi-Wan head sculpt. Maybe I should do that, but I'm waiting for a more official announcement, Seven, before I jump on that probably. Valiant Archer, TGIF, good to see you, Valiant Archer. 7, Freaky HQ, good to see you, bro. Holding out for Obi Attack of the Clones version. Could happen. I mean, we'll see. Sayful is here. Benno Benny. Keco Collects, the man himself, is in the chat. Connor. E2, I'm not pronouncing your last name correctly. E2 Lepidlampi. Lepidlampi? I'm pretty sure I got that right. Show me the Gandalf. Dude, I haven't really even unboxed him yet. I have the Gandalf on my setup for unboxing. I'm going to try to unbox tonight and get something filmed, and I'm excited to get that review out to you guys. I'm hoping sometime either Saturday or Sunday I'll have that video out. So we're going to see, but I'm going to try to record and just edit as quickly as I can. I promise to get you guys some video on that Gandalf. Very excited about it myself. Super excited. So Duran Mall said, how's Comic Cons at the store? Well, they are great, I think, Duran. I'm very happy with them. They have Hot Toys, statues, all the good stuff. Hot Toys, definitely, bro. Like, you get things for cheaper with them. They get them around the same time as Sideshow, usually even quicker sometimes, or at the same time, generally. Statues, yeah, same deal. Same statues are also pretty quick. Statues, replacements can take some time with certain brands, but short of that, if you don't have an issue, it's a great place to shop. So I would recommend it. I partnered with them because I trust them. Josh should be here sometime soon anyway. But guys, let's address the first topic. Keco, let's not bury the lead, bro, because look, I made a video about this. Some people were telling me, Will, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so Debbie Downer on yourself in terms of, the difficulty involved in terms of not overreacting to things. Because Keco, there is essentially in our Pennywise that's out there now, of course. And it has been, teased with the original photos that are released, right? And then you and I and others, we reacted, right? We reacted to these photos and we said, that Pennywise is a little sus compared for InArt quality that we're used to, that we want to see, that we hope to see from InArt, what they've sort of promised us. But then other photos started to drop, and these photos looked much better. And Keco, I have to ask the question. Is there a lesson to be learned from overreacting to InArt Pennywise? Because this is something I do. I think you do. We all do this as 1/6 scale collectors. We see those initial release blogger photos, whatever you want to term them, and we make a judgment, a snap judgment right then. It's sort of like reading a headline online and you make a judgment based on the headline, right? Is there something to be learned here? Because we don't have this Pennywise in hand yet, but it's starting to look a little more grail than it is fail. What do you think?
Well, you know that reactions get clicks, Will. That's what we do, is that if we are negative and if we put these headlines out there, like you said, if you just read only the headline, like, OMG, Keco rants, and, whatever the thing is that you want to put in your headline or your thumbnail to get the click, we're going to do that. That's what we naturally like to do. My question is, does that benefit you as a collector? We're acting like the crowd's not there right now. Well, I'm talking to you as a collector. Does it benefit you and I to just chat through it? I don't know. I mean, you're getting it regardless. I mean, you can maybe set expectations and things like that. But for all you out there that want to hear what we have to say, I think it is important. But I think everyone has usually made up their decision on whether no one is waiting to decide, am I getting this or not? I don't think. I feel like at this point, you've probably decided whether you wanted Pennywise or not. I don't think like, oh, okay. If anything, you'll be like, okay, I'm glad I did get them. I don't think anyone's seeing these or going to rush out. And I may be wrong. Maybe you're like, oh, finally, this is the definitive one. I don't think anyone's rushing out saying, okay, now that I've seen this, I want him. It either puts you at ease knowing that you made a good decision, or beforehand, it maybe makes you a little more trepid. I don't know. Did I make a mistake? Possibly, but there's nothing wrong with overreacting. That's what's fun about it. Because if we were just glum and just like, oh, it was released, then there's no point. Because if we're not going to sit there and flail our arms around, then what's the point? Because no one wants to, as everyone says, they want to hear what I have to say about stupid stuff and me saying shit. Just saying, oh wow, I guess it was released. Can't wait. Let me know, Will, when you get it in. I'd love to see a picture that you have put out. Blah blah blah. No one wants to say that. Everyone's like, oh my god, the hair, because that's my one thing. I don't know why he's got like a slicked back like gangster hairstyle. That's my one thing. Will you
Really?
will you be messing with the tuft in his hair? Because that's the one thing, is that I think it's like too flat or not poofy enough.
Really? I mean, honestly, I think it looks about right to me. I mean, if I'm looking at
you're jaded because you're a Pennywise simp.
I mean, I am a Pennywise simp. I mean, I'm not going to deny that part, but I will say, looking at the Prime one and then looking at this head sculpt and looking at the hair, I mean, I think honestly, it's pretty good, bro. I mean, I think they did the hairstyle pretty good. I mean, this is what Hot Toys looks like, but sculpted versus rooted. I mean, that's the major difference there. But overall,
I'm looking for volume. We're looking for a voluminous
maybe
hair.
A little bit of volume would help. But to me, bro, I think the hair still looks really fucking good. I mean, it still looks really good, bro. And then look, you are right. Overreacting is fun. We react quickly, right? We react, we make a judgment, we say, oh my god, the sky is fucking falling, Pennywise looks like shit. But you know what, it doesn't. It doesn't. It looks like a grail to me, and I'm excited to get it in here.
Let's not get too
dude
crazy.
I think it might be a grail, Keco.
I still have some very big concerns about the actual head size and the neck. These are much better photos. And it's interesting that no one really does like the blogger type photos. These are all just like on someone's desk next to their window, which I don't got a problem with. But for product photos, I thought they'd be a little more stylized. But maybe this is what they're going for. They're like, hey, we're collectors. We'll show you what this looks like on a shelf, But I don't know.
Well, Josh, dude, I don't mean to ignore you, bro. It's good to have you here.
Hi,
bro,
Josh.
Josh, you're muted, I think. Hold on. There you go.
I totally got the time wrong.
I fucking do it, dude. I knew I was like, Josh overslept or something.
5:30. I am so sorry, everyone.
Dude, you're totally good, man. You are totally good, dude. You're the Taylor Swift of collecting, bro. You sell out the stadiums.
I can't wait for you guys to see my movie in theaters. It's called the Josh Era or whatever.
Dude, I would see that. I would see that. I think the
Can I ask you a question? Is that a One Piece statue behind you?
It is, dude.
See, I know what it is now.
See?
Now after last
it's a
week,
Luffy because Josh told me what it was.
Luffy the monkey. What's his name? Monkey Luffy? Luffy?
Fuck all of you.
I'm serious. I don't know.
It's Luffy
when I
the
go to the
monkey or
vet,
something.
My dog's name is Luffy. Like always, he was named after Luffy. And they go, Luffy, we're ready for Luffy.
So Luffy, like tooth, right?
It's Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy.
Okay. Just wondering. I'm just glad that I saw it in the corner there. Now I actually know.
I mean, and Josh, dude, those walls look awful marvelous.
Yeah?
You look at the paint, dude.
Cans?
Guys, give Josh a compliment on the paint cans, too. Like, that is
nice.
I talked to him, Keco. I tried to get him. I was like, dude, gray is classy as fuck, bro. I told him, I was like, paint that shit
I did
gray.
like a marbling with it.
Yeah.
Do you use like the sponge work?
A little bit, yeah. Like a sea sponge. Did a sea sponge with the lightest amount of it's like 2 tones different grays. And you do the lightest tap, and it actually comes out really cool.
So texture is king.
Yeah, texture is king.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Josh, what do you think about Pennywise, though, bro?
Oh, yeah, he's a clown. That is a clown.
I mean, are you a Pennywise simp like me is the question.
No, I've literally never seen any Pennywise ever.
What
I've never seen it. I've never seen Pennywise. I did see Perfect Blue last night, which was the closest thing I've ever gotten to like a psychological thriller, which was pretty sick.
I don't even know what that is, bro.
Dude, oh my God.
What is that?
So
Keco, do you know
good.
what that is? Purple Blue?
It's like a 25-year-old anime written by some like legendary director, and they were showing it in theaters. So I was like, all right, I'll just go. It was insane, dude. It was so good. Anyone. Yeah, see? Dennis right there. I'm going to see Perfect Blue this weekend. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, Josh, you know what's more amazing? Is InArt Pennywise, bro. Look, Josh, how do you're a retailer, right? You carry figures. Do you ever get sort of irked at all with YouTubers and other collectors who just sort of overreact to figures like we do? Like when things release and we're like, because people cancel orders with you, I'm sure, once they see blogger photos. How does that go?
Goddamn day. Every day I log on to Facebook and I have a reason to dislike humanity. Anytime I go to any of the figure statue forums. I mean, it was like with the Ecto. Do you know how many phone calls and emails I got about the Ecto 1 and how many cancellations I got? I'm about to sell out. Like, I don't care now. Like, I know what it is, but they were like, what are we going to do if the sticker's upside down? Or what's going to happen if there's no sound? I was like, well, why don't we wait till you have an issue and we'll see that. And then we'll take care of it because I work with Blitzway.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I can handle that stress. It's like you handling stress.
Well, Josh, what about the DeLorean? Did you get cancellations for that? Because remember how
And I still sold out.
Right. So the other day, it's not the end of the world.
Nothing was wrong with it. I didn't get actually, no, there was one report. Sorry, I had 2 reports out of my entire batch. One was flickering lights, which we just replaced the whole damn thing. No big deal. And one was missing a screw, and we replaced it. That was it. No
Nice.
breakages, no issues. And I had at least 10 cancellations due to just, it looks like quality issues. I can't do it. I'm like, all right.
Well,
Someone else will.
Well, because see, Josh, if you were carrying this in our Pennywise, I think you might have gotten some because I think I haven't asked.
Dude, I would dominate the market with InArt.
But I haven't even asked Kit yet, but I'm assuming he got some cancellations with this Pennywise because the original photos, Josh, that came out, people were like, including me, I was like, this is a little sus.
It looks
like,
amazing. What is that? What does the bad photos look like?
The bad photos, I can find.
Hold them up for a second. Yeah, I don't follow InArt because Queen Studios isn't licensed for North America,
right,
on their figures. So.
Right.
I try not to pay attention to what I can't have because it hurts if I do.
It hurts.
It hurts just a little bit.
Yeah,
so I try not to pay attention to it because I really I love the Gandalf. And it's not something I can own because,
dude. Honestly, yeah. This was. I'll show you, Josh, the bad photos, but really, these new photos have updated.
I think it looks amazing,
dude. It does look amazing. But these are posted on Chinese social.
How is that a bad photo? It's lighting, and it still looks good.
It's like, dude, the tailoring in this photo,
collar,
Josh, is sus. The collar too is a little.
Keep going through. There's a couple other ones in there that are pretty whack.
Yeah, because this one too. For example, this with the neck. See, the tailoring, how baggy it looks on him, and the neck. There's no neck.
Dude, I don't. I'm literally sitting here repairing a statue next to me. No, none of this bothers me.
Really, this is bothering.
I think people are way too picky. But again, you're allowed to be. You should be. You should hold.
I guess compared to the
high standards.
Compared to the pro, though.
Whatever collectible I get, I make it work. I don't want the whole experience to be ruined, and then I won't like the figure or statue.
Yeah.
You make it work. I have the.
But if I paid $500 for it, do I have to make it work, or should it work for me? It's like $500, $550.
Oh.
Yeah. See? Well, see.
You shouldn't have to futz around with figures at this level.
Everyone's like, that's not true. It's a figure. You do need to futz around with it.
That's my thing. Is that people have told me that. They're like, yeah, don't get into the figure game if you don't want to have to mess around with it. It's like, no, I should. No, but look.
Let's go.
Had the conversation.
That's why I'm not in a figure game. I don't futz around with figures.
Well, that's my thing. Is that I decided that I'm going to have to do that with my InArt Joker because it was so terrible. Because it was taking away the
problem. Is that
that's InArt's problem?
That's
that's a you problem.
Why?
You problem.
Me getting something that is half-assed and to where I was like, oh, sweet, thank you for giving me this project. I didn't know. Where do I put the stickers on next then? Because let me go ahead and put the stickers on and follow the directions to build it. I'm not on their production team.
Bro, I have Studios Joker life-size bust. Do you think I opened it and went, shit, I gotta futz around with the hair? No,
you shouldn't have to.
This is amazing.
Well, see, so Josh, I think I'm with Keco mostly on this. I think it depends on where the line is. I think the line is if I'm messing with the tailoring, maybe the hair slightly. Keco's hair was pretty.
What do you mean messing with it?
Keco had to restyle his whole head.
I had to go get water, glue, and a paintbrush to essentially reroute the hair.
The whole hair.
Is that everyone's or just yours?
No,
mine. No. And I know I was the rare exception.
Why didn't they replace it then?
I don't have a distributor. Who am I going to go to?
Yeah, they should have given you a credit at least.
Yeah,
well, and that's the thing is that we will be having a conversation with InArt, and that's one of the things I want to chat about is okay, if you get it from other people, how do you handle quality assurance? It's great that you offer that through you.
Had this discussion I haven't had this discussion with you. They don't care because the reality is you're not getting it from them, and you're
that is
unlicensed
piss poor customer service. Then that's piss poor. That's how you. That's how you shoot.
Is it business?
If that is the attitude, I will not come out and give you any more of my money. If you told me I don't give a fuck about the person that's buying it, I'm like,
no, of course not. But they're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you, and I'm not shitting on Queen Studios here. But as a business,
we're good.
You're in the North American market. you are buying things not licensed for North American collectors. So with that, there is no reason for them to give a shit because it reached someone else first before you, which means they could have been throwing around the box. It's like a UPS claim almost. Where did it come from? Why did it get that way? Why should it be my problem if someone else had it and then fudged it up to you, right? And that's from a business standpoint. But it's genius because they don't have to worry about it.
But that's like the 12 level of separations thing, you know?
But they can look the other way and people are going to buy their stock. They could easily stop the chain too, and they're not going to. Right?
Do you think that they would sell enough if they didn't have say North America and Europe was off the table?
No, they would be fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so they have to at least acknowledge us.
I didn't say they weren't going to be. Well, no, they wouldn't be fucked. They wouldn't take in as much revenue as they'd like. But the reality is, this is it.
So they would rather have the rare exceptions. I'll say that I'm a rare exception. They will take the risk on the rare exceptions and me flaming them on these live streams than actually having something.
And then they'll help you because you have influence.
I don't have no influence. No one ever responds to me.
You have enough influence.
Well, so Keco, you bought from Kit, did you not?
I did.
I'm surprised Kit did not get you a replacement. I'm surprised about that because normally it's a, he's pretty great with that typically. So I don't know. Maybe next time, Keco, if you have an issue, maybe I can message him or something. Just be, hey man, like, can we help Keco out or something but yeah.
The next time, and someone asked me in the chat, they're like, are you getting the Gandalf? You getting the Pennywise? Gandalf, no. Pennywise, probably not, unless there was like some crazy deal on it or something like that. But no, thank you. But when Michael comes out and when InArt Daenerys comes out, I will be getting those. And if I get dicked again, believe me, they will get flamed on here, and we'll figure out.
You'll get over it in 2 months because the wait was enough, and then you'll.
No, Keco will not, bro.
No, I hold grudges.
Keco remembers. He's like the North, bro.
Everyone remembers that.
I keep those receipts. I keep those receipts.
Well, trust me, Josh. Until Keco fixes his Joker hair, we talked about it every time that InArt came up. He was like, "The Joker hair is fucked." Like, dude, people remember this shit, Josh. Like, if you have a bad experience,
they remember it. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm sure, like, if you have a bad experience with a customer, for example, and the customer just really is like, fuck comic concepts, he's going to be like, I'm never going to fucking shop with Josh again, right? That's what happened. Yeah, but see, InArt doesn't want that. They're too new for that. You're established. InArt's like, no, we don't want you.
I'm not established, though, dude. I'm a little itty-bitty North American shop.
He's got Luffy statues.
He's got a fucking life-size Luffy, bro. You're established.
No one's even talking about that. That's literally my pride and joy of my whole collection.
Oh, your Warcraft?
Do you see what that is?
I see a World of Warcraft. That's all I see.
That is my home server blade that I grew up on for 8 years. And it went to a charity auction when I was young and did not have money. And the guy let go of it 2 years ago. And I happened to snipe it.
Nice.
For the unexperienced, what is that?
So a server blade. So on an MMO like World of Warcraft,
don't get him started, Keco.
There were so many players.
I've seen the South Park episode of World of Warcraft.
Well, exactly.
It's pretty accurate. It's pretty.
But there were different home worlds to make sure, like, not every server was overloaded with players, and they'd name them right. So, like, mine was Kill Jaden, and they had hundreds of them for the millions of players that played, and so. After their biggest expansion, they had to upgrade the technology. So like 8 to 10 years later, they had to upgrade the technology and swap the server blades because they were each their own server blade. And then they created cross.
So where are these servers located
at their base in Anaheim?
Wasn't it Blizzard? Was that who did it?
Blizzard.
So at the okay.
This was the tech that ran the entire server.
Well, that's cute. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome. Dude, I played with all my friends on it, and there's like a plaque on it. It's signed.
So you're like spirit, and your history is in that, literally, right?
Yeah, literally all my adventures with
that's
all
cool.
my friends.
Okay, I'm in.
Was on that blade, and everyone else who was on that server, Alliance or Horde. So like it's obviously wiped, but from a sentimental standpoint, it's very personal and valuable.
That's cool. Respect.
From anyone outside of it, it's literally a piece of hot garbage that I spent a lot of money on.
Dude,
it's literally
cool.
a piece of old technology.
It's cool, but InArt Pennywise, bro. That's the Miles Davis of course.
How many times have we gotten off topic on this one?
Dude, I don't know, bro. It's Josh's fault. I don't blame Josh for this.
I'm so out of touch.
Josh is like bringing up all this cool shit, like how we not like Luffy and shit. But dude, this is like, man, I'm happy with this Pennywise, bro. I'm happy with it, but I did overreact originally. And guys, hopefully we answered the question. I would say if we can try not to overreact, we try to. But like Keco said, it's just so much fun, dude. It's so much fun to like see those initial photos. And Josh, as the retailer, is probably like, fuck overreactions because there's cancellations.
It's just like you can react when it's in hand. You know, like you can cancel all you want, but don't demand your deposit back either, because under every order ever, every listing, it says prototype, final product may vary by 20%. And you sign up for that.
Where is that percentage? I've never seen that percentage listed somewhere.
It's on everything.
Oh, on
like 20%?
Well, Comic Con.
Prime One, Hot Toy, Sideshow.
For his site, it is. Some sites it's 10.
Interesting.
Anyone who's legitimate, yes, it's supposed to be listed there by law.
Interesting. I did not know that. The more you know.
Even Prime One has it.
What do you mean? Like what prototype could change or size could change or whatever?
Prototype could change, size could change. And I think there's a 10 to 20% is the range.
Because I've heard the prototype can change, subject to change, like to prove all that stuff, but I've never heard about the percentage.
I think they do that just to cover themselves.
Let me confirm. I could have sworn I just saw it.
I'm pretty sure you're right though, Just. I've seen Prime One do it. I've seen Prime One for sure say that. So maybe it's more of a statue thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, up to 10%. The size may change by up to 10%. And
a lot of times
might change.
Yeah, it depends too. But like, I don't know if InArt does that. Maybe they're inexperienced with.
I don't think InArt does that.
Yeah, right. But this Pennywise, honestly, hey, I'm happy, bro. I can't wait to get it.
Look, I think Queen Studios makes amazing stuff, but like, it's kind of like what happened with like XM. Like, you need to eventually license if you don't want people to eventually turn, because you know, people are still buying XM, but definitely not in the volumes they used to. And it's because there's no after service care outside of the retailer that brought it in having their own repair company. And XM's completely not accountable for that.
Yeah.
So,
because Todd's pretty much the only one that sells XM.
Todd is the only one that sells it, and he's the only one that repairs it.
Right. Yeah.
He has to repair it because half them come in damaged.
Yeah. It's true, bro. I mean, I'm just excited to see what happens, but yeah, man.
I hope they license, man. They make great stuff.
I hope so too, bro. And I know they're working on it. And guys, we are going to interview InArt in about a week, I think. About a week. So we're still working out the exact time and date, but Keco will be there with me. And I believe Justin's going to be there with me as well. So we're going to have fun with that one. We're going to interview InArt live. So be on the lookout for that one. That's going to happen, like I said, in about a week or so, probably.
Let's see if I get kicked off, because
we're preparing this right now.
What is that, Josh?
It is an Evangelion Prime 1 head for
someone. So is it a customer's that you're repairing, or is it yours?
Yeah, he asked me to repair it. So I was just like, all right, I'm learning how to repair.
See, Comic Concepts does shit all over the place, bro. You can
this is literally just like a friend. Like I don't pick
you don't do your in-house repairs then?
Fuck, it broke again.
So this is why we don't hire Josh for repairs, bro.
Well, because I want to use a resin, because over time, like it will bond better. But it takes forever for it to hit, and there's no way to angle this piece because it sits here and it's horizontal, right? So gravity will slowly pull it down even while it's bonding, and there's no way to sit this up.
So this is exactly why you're saying retailers don't care about the quality of my products.
Yeah, there you go. See, Josh is living it firsthand, bro.
I mean, no, he didn't even buy this for me. This one's not bought for me. Like I was like, all right, I'll glue it. He doesn't want to do it.
That's a real one right there.
Give me like
Josh is a real one, bro. If Josh, if my Prime 1 LA comes in broken, I'll send it to you for repair.
I want everyone to know that you will not send me your shit to repair, and I'm not going to repair.
Just say that publicly.
I'm telling all of you right now, if you didn't buy it from me, this is a one-time thing. You know what I mean?
You heard it here, guys. So your repairs, send it to Comic Concepts. All your repairs go to Comic Concepts.
All your repairs can go to.
Might as well add it on the website, bro. Guys, thanks so much for your thoughts on that one. Let's move on to our next topic. I gotta ask the question, and this is going to be fun, I think, because we got some waitlist woes. Things are getting very close to waitlists, and one of them being the Anakin Skywalker. Because look, all the hotness is the artisan. Everyone knows the artisan is all the rage right now. People want to talk about it. People want to pick it up. They can't. I couldn't. I tried. Keco tried, and he almost got it as well, but then he got screwed by Sideshow apparently. So yeah, that didn't work out as well for him either. That said, are people sleeping on the Attack of the Clones Anakin? Because this boy is headed to waitlist. And I'm pretty sure Josh is sold out. I know a lot of the retailers are sold out of this Anakin because they've had them listed for a while. And they're not going to overstock more than they need to. So, Keco, Are people sleeping on this Anakin? Because this is a very unique Anakin, one we may not see for a while, for in anytime soon again. Besides this one, what do you think? I mean, is this a sleeper hit here?
100%. These are the ones that blow my mind that they haven't gotten this to this stage yet. This one, Padme, Mace, and Kenobi, the General Kenobi, whatever. That's kind of mind blowing to me because it's got the head sculpt, it's got the movable eyes, all that stuff. So the fact that it's just now getting, and it's just this one, the Padme and Mace, they're all up,
Yeah,
still.
they're good.
So we're still great on that. Maybe they're just like, man, we're just going to really pump the shit out of these. Sure, maybe. But I do think, obviously, Anakin is the new hotness right now, especially with the artisan stuff. And maybe some artisan people finally came home and said, you know what? I can't get this one. I'm just going to go ahead and settle for this. But maybe they've seen the Ahsoka commercials where he's talking in those commercials and they're like, well, maybe we can get some flashbacks. Spoilers if you haven't seen anything for the past week. And if so, I don't know where you've been, especially when the official Star Wars account posts an actual poster literally the morning of.
I saw that.
If an official Star Wars account posts something, can we talk about it for a second?
Yeah, dude, we can go spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has been days, like 4 or 5 days or whatever, to have watched the Ahsoka episodes and such. So yeah, Anakin Skywalker is back, the one from Revenge of the Sith, and we can talk about that because I think that's a topic coming up in a second.
Yeah,
but I loved, like, people lose their mind. They're like, wow, spoilers, people. I was like, for one, they're doing it like Tuesday night if you're in the States, so you have all evening to watch it. You can wake up early if you really wanted it. I just don't buy that. I just got too much you don't have 30 minutes. I bet you sit on the shitter for 30 minutes. Like, you could have figured that out.
You could watch it then.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so the people that get mad and they're like, I can't believe they put this on social. What do you expect to find on social? And so, yeah, they put an official poster of Anakin from the Ahsoka show on there because I think they really want to drive traffic to the show. Anyway, but yeah, the thing that's interesting about these wait lists is that for a while, Waitlist was closed on a lot of them, but then it opened back up recently. Did you notice that? Like, there's a lot of figures that went waitlist over because it was waitlist full, but now a lot of them, including like the new Green Goblin, a few other ones, from Spider-Man, are opened up officially for waitlist to be able to add your name to it. Attack of the Clones C-3PO is back up. Cancellation. Well, I don't know if they've had that many cancellations to where they open it up for all those figures. Okay,
Josh does. I know.
Well, in that case, yes. Then if you have been sleeping, get on these because this is one you would not want
to
get
on it.
Don't miss
I keep getting spammed. We sell out, then we waitlist, sell out again. Someone cancels, it restocks automatically. That's how the systems work. They don't have someone like, holy shit, it's Anakin time.
Are you sure, Josh? Does Sideshow do that, bro? Like, did they?
It's automatic restock.
It's automatic.
If someone cancels X amount till it hits, and then you get notified. Or no, you don't get notified of a waitlist full to waitlist. So it's only the people who are consistently checking. It makes no sense to track every single item one by one. They would have to pay someone to do that. There's literally not profit in it to hire someone to do that.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, but Josh, with these waitlist things, I know with you carry a smaller batch, clearly, obviously, than Sideshow does.
Yeah.
But I mean, are these waitlist things? You've talked a little bit about this in detail in terms about how the market and stuff is changing. Yeah. But with this Anakin, I mean, are these coming back in stock at all? Are people mass canceling?
They're not mass canceling, and they're not coming back in stock. COVID set an unreasonable line where everyone had money and everyone was ordering everything because they weren't used to that kind of income with the stimulus checks. And now
great budgeting out there, everybody.
I did not get anything. I hate all of you. I am in medicine.
Well, you're a fucking baller. That's why.
No, I don't want to be a baller. I want money.
You shouldn't have been a baller.
If you were at a certain tier, you didn't get anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's tier-based collecting, bro. Like if you were a little bit lower,
tier-based stimulus,
furloughed or anything. Like I was intubating and stuff. Anyhow, so people got used to that, and then the Schmoy Schmunderland situation where massive stock was reaching the States, and then people were ordering that. Hot Toys turned a blind eye. They produced even more of the same shit. Well, now that's all done. Someone has a current sinking ship, which was all predicted, a rug pull coming. Just FYI, guys. Someone's going to get hurt. I know they're watching.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll see, but
we'll see. And then, you know, like it's not worth the risk. Like the margins on these are not as big as people think. And you get to the point where is the risk worth the reward? And almost every time it's not. Like I would much rather order 3 of these, for example, or versus 30 and have 10 cancellations. You know what I mean? Because even if I sold 20 of those for profit, I still actually lose money if I'm sitting on 10 at dead stock. Just by the way, that's how bad the margins are. So they're very real margins. And it was the only way to counter what was going on with the overseas batches being pushed out. That was the North American distributors' response to, you know, this is overproduced. This is bullshit. I'm done. I'm not going to invest in this. I can invest elsewhere. So that's what happened. I mean, I definitely cut my orders. I was not ordering extras after that. I was just doing the basic. Now everything's selling out left and right. Lo and behold, magic. That means I didn't have to invest anything extra. Right. And I didn't have to put any risk in.
Do Hot Toys or Sideshow give you any sort of stipulations, Josh, that you have to order X amount or whatever?
It's not that you have to order X amount. You have to order in a time frame.
Okay.
So like you get like 2 weeks to place your orders. So I have to predict. That's how it works. You have to predict what the market is going to be in over a year and a half based on your sales, which sucks as a new retailer because I have no idea where I'm going to be. But that's pretty much, I'm literally holding this in my hand.
Don't break it again, bro.
Put it down.
I can't, it'll fall.
Well, he does repairs now. Comic Concepts does repairs.
Shut up. No, I mean, no, I think the wait list, for me at least, and most retailers, you know, I can tell you Sideshow, it's all very real. I can tell you 100% the current waitlist market is very real because I've tried to order more. There are stuff that I'm sold out a year in advance, and I've tried to order more, and I'm not allowed to, which means there's no money to be made for anybody.
Yeah, Keco, what do you want to say?
I was trying to raise a hand. I didn't know if that was an option here. I was trying to, like you're on Teams.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you saying that when they open up the wait list for anticipated cancellations to that way they can just build the list because they know more cancellations are coming? Is that what you're saying?
No,
that's why they're open?
I guarantee it's automated. It's probably people like canceling their wait lists or whatever because
but does it have to hit a threshold? Because they opened them all up and they're still
could have
open.
been an update to the site. I know that's happened with mine where like stuff restocked because I updated the site and something bugged out in the code for a minute. Or maybe they raised their site-wide limit on waitlist full. Maybe they're predicting.
I mean, they still have the waitlist open for the artist and Anakin, which is insane to me.
They do, and Joker.
Then it's not full. So what probably happened is they raised their threshold on the back end of when waitlist is filled. Because demand is starting to come up again. You know, we're starting to see more orders again after the past 6 to 9 months of hell. I mean, honestly, like if any retailer has survived up to this point, great job. You've done something right because a lot of people have gone out of business. They have. I mean, so no, I believe it's very real. I don't think it's some kind of trick. Do you know how hard it is to edit each item on a back end? How much time that takes? So I don't think they have someone one at a time doing some editing or even paid for special coding to where like you can, I mean, who knows? Maybe they're playing the market. Maybe they're working with Hot Toys directly and are like, hey, if we get this wait list high enough, will you produce X amount more?
Which I think that
various back channel.
It could totally happen, but I doubt it. Because waitlist conversions, once something comes off waitlist, it's not super common that someone actually snipes it when they get notified because usually people find other alternatives. They're not waiting for you. Most customers are not actually that loyal. And I don't say that to be mean. It's, you know, you do your due diligence and you look elsewhere when something's missing on a limited collectible before it becomes too late.
Right.
Like if I'm waitlisted, I'm not going to tell my customers to not look for it. I'm not going to be like, don't go anywhere else. Like totally there's maybe a chance.
Right. Well, honestly, you've even told me that, bro, with even like a
I've told
partnership.
you,
You've told me,
dude,
like, if I
no
can't get you something, I'm not going to say you can't buy it. Like, just go buy it from somewhere else if I can't get it for you. Like, that's amazing, bro. But these waitlists, I do think, yeah, they're real. But Josh, like Keco had asked, I think that's such a good question, bro, with the waitlist thing. Like, with Anakin, say the artist in Anakin, right? They've already said they're making what, like 3,000 or something like that. What if they get enough where there's like, what if we made another 1,500 for y'all? Like, what if,
never know.
Yeah,
you
would
never
right?
know.
You never.
And I mentioned that before it even released. Any of these released, I was like, "How are you? If something's numbered, it's supposed to be numbered,
right?
If it's not numbered, it's not limited to X amount. You will never know. That is a fantastic tactic that no one will ever be able to prove."
Right. Because like
otherwise Prime 1 would do that. Why would you write anything under the base?
Well, I mean, and you've said that, Josh. Like, how would you really know it's 3,000 or 4,000?
You will never know. You're gonna get all 3,000 at a little festival in like Kansas.
I'm willing to try.
Got it?
I'm willing to try.
Try, Keco. Like, imagine everyone who has an artist in Anakin show up at one fucking time to this one place, and we're gonna count those sons of bitches.
I think the easiest one to do would probably be Winwoon suit. There's 300 of those, so let's go ahead and get the 300 Winwoo people out there. And I told you when I thought mine was about to be destroyed at customs,
buy another figure.
Yeah, buy a ticket.
Yeah, Josh, is that something you do to where you know that you're not able to obtain 5 more Anakins, but you put it up for pre-order anyway?
Say that again.
I'm just being.
Wait.
He was.
Are you asking if I put shit up even if I can't get it?
Correct. Yeah, and then when it finally does release, you're like, "Damn, I can't." Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I hope not. I've definitely been in situations where I've sold out. I've oversold. Because I got allocated, and then I just buy shit at retail from other places and forward it over, because I hate to cancel people. That, or if I do ever cancel someone, which is very rare, I give them like a coupon that will at least make up the difference for buying it aftermarket.
Gotcha.
Like there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, guys, let us know your thoughts on the waitlist. Woes. Like I brought up too, Wanda's low stock and her collector's edition is waitlisted. So could mean she's imminent for release. Could also just mean Sideshow ain't fucking playing games.
Because I bought 99% of them.
Yeah. And I know Josh been sold out from her for a while. So yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts. I think so. I'm pretty sure you are.
I don't look anymore. It's too much.
Dude, but honestly, man, that Anakin, guys, is tempting me. I really do like that Anakin, but it's just, do I have the space for it? But it's
$500. I want you to look at your statues, turn around, look at your statues, think about how much they cost.
Yeah.
Do you see anything in there? Half of Anakin right there. Like I look at Kratos and Atreus, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Half of that is Anakin. Do you believe that quality is there for half of that being Anakin?
For this new Anakin, I think so. Honestly.
I think so for the new Anakin, but I'd rather have this, but
Right. Well, there you go.
Right. But statue space is limited, Josh. I have a little bit more room for 6 scale. Not a ton, but a little bit more. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. Guys, let's talk about this. So I don't even know if you've seen this, Josh, but we got to bring something up. Guys, spoilers alert. Spoilers abound. We're going to talk about Ahsoka episode, I think it was 4, right? Keco? Episode 4. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out. And I made a video about this, a preview kind of talking about it. But spoilers again, guys, I'm about to share some shit. So cover your eyes if not. So we got this boy, right? Keco, that reaction is perfect, bro. So we got this boy coming up. I mean, look, someone dropped a comment too. I forget. It might have been Daniel, actually. Keco, Daniel commented. He was like, Will, why would you get people's hopes up? They're not going to make this Anakin. I was like, I'm probably misrepresenting his words, but I'm pretty sure they are going to make this Anakin. And we'll get Josh's opinion too. But Keco, what figure should be announced next from the Ahsoka line? Should it be this Daddy Anakin, or should it be maybe Shin, or should it be Balin, or should it be what was it? Sabine, who was already teased but never actually shown, or announced rather. She was teased and shown, but none of that. But Keco, Ahsoka hype is riding a little bit high after episode 4. What do you think? I mean, should Hot Toys capitalize? Should it be Anakin? Should it be someone else? What do you think?
I've thought through this, Will, right before I got on this stream, and I'm like, what does my heart say and what does my head tell me? All right. It's no secret who I want to be made, but we'll get to that in a second. I think the next thing that they're going to do is that they will probably show a new version of Ahsoka, and once she gets some new type of outfit or something, because it's literally the same one as the Mandalorian right now. Right. And then the Sabine that they've teased already. They'll probably show the head sculpt and all that stuff. The issue with is Drago.
44 minutes.
44 minutes. The issue is this. I want Shin. Okay, naturally, I think everyone wants Shin because aside from the character alone, she's a really cool character. She's really dominating the screen. She takes every moment she has to really, really excel in her role. I want Shin, but I don't think they will ever make Shin until they make Balin. And I don't know if they'll make Balin because I don't know if it's tacky because he's dead. And I don't know.
They made T'Challa. I mean,
well after he's gone. Well after he's gone. But this dude has only been dead for 2 months. And maybe they've already had the stuff in production. I don't know how the rights go on that. And honestly, until Hasbro shows like a Black Series version that they're willing to market and license the likeness of Ray Stevenson, RIP, I don't think you can put this out until you're definitely not getting Shin until you get a Balin. They just won't do that. So with that being said, I would love Balin. The dude is a badass in this show. The dude is an absolute tank. It's just a shame, man, the fact that this is it. This is his swan song. And to see like how excited he was to be able to, even when he was at Celebration, to share this moment with the fans, I think he's looking down knowing how excited that his character is being accepted. And I think that's incredible. But is it tacky to be like, all right, this guy's dead, but enjoy this figure. Let's make some money. I don't think so.
I think it's an honor to him. You know what I mean? It would be a respect thing.
I just don't know. But you're not getting Shin until you get Balin. I just don't see that ever happening.
No way.
I would love that, but I want Balin. I want Shin. And honestly, because of the way the season's going, we know Thrawn's in it.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll get Thrawn until like season 2, because maybe he's not in it until the last episode or something like that. Maybe they're like, we're not going to work on a character or whatever, or get this out until, he's more prominent. Let's focus on Ahsoka, focus on Sabine, another version of Anakin or something, the safe bets. Because as much as everyone says they love Thrawn or whatever, and yes, he's an alien, he could be like the Cad Bane type treatment, all that type of stuff. You're still dealing with a book character that made it into a cartoon version, and this is the first live action version of him. So I want Thrawn. I want to see Thrawn. I want Balin. I just don't know. But I think my head tells me it's going to be Sabine and Ahsoka and maybe Hera, and we start there.
Right. That makes sense, bro. And then maybe they make Hu Yang, right? The robot.
Yeah, I can see that being it. And without getting into spoilers or whatever, I don't know. We'll see what happens in episode 4, or episode 5, which is crazy, by the way, because some shit's going down because they're actually screening it in movie theaters. Did you see that? They're actually screening episode 5 in a few movie theaters on September 12th. So some shit's going down.
Well, you told me some of the leaks, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
if those leaks are true, it makes sense.
Correct. But let's say everyone's saying this ain't Anakin. Maybe this is. If it's not Anakin, you can't market it as Anakin. You know what I'm saying? So We'll see.
Dude, honestly, bro, I mean, I still believe and maintain that they're going to make this Anakin. And that's maybe why it makes sense to me that they released Artist and Anakin or announced him, but they didn't do the sculpted version like they did with Joker, because they knew that they were going to make the sculpted version from this one. So why would you do that? So it's the same Anakin. Josh, I don't know did you watch Ahsoka yet, bro?
Dude, I don't even watch Star Wars.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? Come on now. Josh,
bro, I'm literally the worst retailer ever.
You are, man.
Is anime.
Dude, anime and no Star Wars.
Do you know who Batman is? Do you know who Spider-Man is? Do you know who those characters are?
He sells
Batman
them.
And Spider-Man are. I do. Batman's the guy with the cape.
Yeah, right. He's the guy from.
Did you see that new Carnage statue though? The Carnage, that looks badass.
So,
what's up?
I think it's.
Let's get back to Ahsoka. I'm sorry, my bad.
I think it's sick. I think there's a lot going on, and I have ADHD, so it's not a piece.
There's only like 14 characters in it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's not enough actually. But Josh, I mean, with Anakin, you're as a retailer. I mean, I got to assume Anakin is hot for you right now, right? I mean,
I don't sell the art figure, so it's not. I mean, I sold out of my Anakin stock before any of this hype was there. Like my stock usually goes pretty quick. You know that, like and I'm grateful to all of you who are loyal to me. But yeah, no, my stock usually goes quick. So I don't actually do a lot of research on this stuff now. I mean, to me, like, it's hard to say because how many Anakins do you need in your collection, right? It's like I try to compare myself like a Berserk collector, right? So there's every version of Guts from Prime 1. There's like 15 different versions of the same guy. And I'm one of the people where it's like, okay, maybe 2, maybe 3, but it's got to be totally different. I could easily see them do this. They're definitely going to release an Anakin right after doing the art one because there's money to be made. There's totally money to be made. Or they'll release it in like 2 years as a Hot Toys Toy Fair exclusive. And when everyone's tired of their rooted hair Anakin, they'll be like, holy shit, it's so cool. Look, it's a Toy Fair exclusive. And people will throw money. I mean, it's business. Do you want it? Would you buy one?
I would. I probably would. Keco would.
This is literally the. I already have this one that is the sculpted hair. So why would I get that one?
It's business.
Well, because Keco, it's going to be an updated head sculpt. Updated
We'll
head sculpt.
see.
And Keco, if the leaks are true, you know what could be coming. And if that's the case, this could, especially if they include a base that's related to that. And that could be a real.
That's going to be wild that Batman is in the next episode.
dude, I can't believe the Spider-Man's going to show up in the next episode. Yeah. But I'm excited for this. I do think it's going to be made. And Josh, you do make a good point. But also you have to remember the anniversary for Revenge of the Sith is actually in 2 years. So they could also very easily make an Anakin from that too. So it's.
Oh, I'm sure they will. You're going to see another 10 Anakin in the next 5 years.
Yeah, right. I mean, honestly, it's like Luke Skywalker.
Not if it's taking that long for it to go to waitlist, though. If that Attack of the Clones Anakin is taking,
well, I mean, maybe they just got.
But it's not that it's taken that long. It's that you have to understand there's been a transition period into these waitlists. We're not sure. We're trying to predict a market that's currently on a decline, right? So you go from maxing out every allocation you can think of to holy shit, everyone's canceling. Where do we want to risk doing what? And every retailer is doing their own thing, right? Because it's all based on prediction. Right. Like there are certain pieces when I see like nobody's buying it, I'll max out my allocation. Sounds dumb as hell, but it means I'm going to be the only source when it waitlists and people go nuts because it's a waitlist item.
Yeah.
But then you also have look at the deluxe Ahsoka figure that's currently sold out at Sideshow. I'm sitting on stock. It's selling steadily, but no one's rushing to get it. And I have no idea why, because I think it's actually really awesome.
The breaking arms, that's why.
But I haven't even had any reports of that.
People keep snapping their arms in half. That's why.
Why are they doing that?
What happened to
cuts in too hard?
Ask Keco. Keco broke his Ahsoka arm. I probably would have too if I had it. So
it's a gorilla with figures.
Gorilla.
A majority of people, from people my size to smaller, and I'm a bigger guy, and
you are.
Even smaller people with littler hands.
Have you tried Polystone? It's just easy.
Keco has a ton of stuff.
Are those broken?
No.
I did break a lightsaber one time. It's the worst. It's held together with some lovely Gorilla Glue.
Well, Keco, now you could send it to Josh for repair. So you're good.
Will you fix my Maul lightsaber? That'd be great.
Yeah, fucked. Yeah, Josh will fix it, bro.
You have the same little door next to Luffy that I have.
Why is everyone talking about my door every stream?
I have one. I have the door.
Keco has the same door.
You do have the door.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
he puts his boxes in there. His boxes are all in there.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. That's where I put the bodies. That's
because my shelves are sitting so close to it. When I opened that door to go, I came out and I backed out and didn't realize it, and I snapped my Maul lightsaber off because it's sitting right there and I wasn't paying attention.
That's the ultimate gasp moment when you do something like that. I've done it. I've done it.
Yeah,
I've done it.
I do like what CT5597 said. Josh is in the other room behind Keco.
He's behind the door.
It's the world between worlds. There he goes.
It is.
Oh, I hear him. This is wild.
Wow, what the fuck?
Crazy.
Dude, I can't believe we're in the multiverse. That shit's wild, bro. All right, guys. The world between worlds we are. Guys, thank you so much.
I'm glad I was wearing pants, by the way. I forget sometimes.
As long as you're not wearing fucking nothing under there. Then
I was on my wife's TikTok this morning.
Back slapping about.
Nice.
Dude. What were we saying, Keco?
I was just saying I was on Amy's TikTok this morning because she's trying to get me some followers on there, and I didn't have pants on that one. It was literally from the top up.
Nice.
So if you did happen to catch a reflection in any of the in the glass, you definitely could have seen something you might not have wanted to, or maybe you did want to.
Or maybe they did want to, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. We got some super chats. So Benny, thank you so much, bro. That's Anakin looks too gentle. He does capture the viciousness of a soon-to-be Vader. Yeah. So I think you meant to say he doesn't capture that. But I mean, it's also a very different time for Anakin. Anakin was a Padawan at this point. I was going to say a Padme. He's a Padawan at this point, and he's still learning and growing. He's not quite as dark and ominous.
Padme muncher, I can tell you that.
You could send another super chat and autocorrect that.
Yeah, I guess you could, Ben. I guess you could. Josh is giving good advice, bro. That's good advice. But Benny, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, man. I think the Anakin sculpt looks good because I mean he's like naive, young, training Anakin, and I like that. I like that about him. So it's a unique Anakin, and I do like it. But we got another one from SJC 360 499. Thank you so much, bro. Keco, if you get an artist in Anakin that looks like your InArt Joker, puff hair, please make a rant. Keco, would you make a rant if your Anakin came out shitty?
No, because I just want to have one. Because if I can get one, then it's a different
Keco,
story.
be philosophically consistent, bro. You can't be against InArt and not against Hot Toys. Because if Hot Toys fucks up your Anakin hair, I expect a similar response from you.
For sure. And I even said when they showed the behind the scenes of some of those like ass backwards looking ones at the sideshow con or whatever, I'm like, this is not going to turn out good, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, you can now you know how to fix it. So
yeah, well, let's get us one first, then we can get there.
We'll secure the bag. We'll find a way. Josh will get us one somehow. We'll find a way. Josh can get us artists and figures, maybe.
Especially with that nice customer service, knowing that I can have my.
Josh is like, absolutely will not do that for you.
Absolutely no.
I wish we would, but it's fine, dude. Guys, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Doc-Ock. People have called him John Lennon. People have called him any number of things. And I mean, look, it could be the glasses. It could be the head sculpt. So we're going to run a little bit of a new segment here on the show. And this, obviously, people have seen this meme go around quite a bit, the change my mind thing, right? So look, guys, I'm going to take a stance here. And I'm going to see who agrees with me, who disagrees. Guys, let us know in the chat. I'll run a poll. But change my mind. How true is Doc-Ock isn't that bad? I actually think the head sculpt, decent. It's not great, but it's not fucking all. Some people are saying that it's the worst head sculpt since fucking Ant-Man. And I don't know if that's the case. I don't think it's that bad, particularly when you put the glasses on him, because the glasses cover up any sort of imperfections. I think overall it does look like Alfred Molina. They went with a very interesting expression. I do get asked the question, are we disappointed? Because Hot Toys did say they were working on this to update this at one point. And it looks like they did, but not in the way that people wanted necessarily. Keco, Hot Toys Doc-Ock isn't that bad. Can you change my mind on this one, or do you agree with me?
From the neck up, there's a lot of problems. From the neck down, I think it's a wonderful work of art. I love the way the tentacles plug in. The tailoring is exceptional, but no one's talking about that because we've talked about on this show. People care about the head sculpts. They want to know if the head sculpts look right. And they had the opportunity because on the box itself, it has the expression that you want to have, the stern look. I was talking with Nick's Collectibles, and
he's upset about this.
He's really upset.
He's upset
because as someone who takes photos, you want to do some cool photos and cool poses and such. When you have this silly little grin, it's a little to be desired for sure. Is it the end of the world? No, but I think it's fair to say that the Toys Era version is better.
Really?
I do think I own the Toys Era one, and I think because it's got that stern face, I plan on putting that head on here with these glasses because I think the figure is good. The tentacles are great. The tailoring is great, but this expression is interesting. That's all I could say. I actually told Nick, I said, of the two things I was happy about is that of the release, I know we'll talk about it, is that the Kate Bishop is the one I'm happy my waitlist never converted. And this is the one that I'm sad my waitlist converted because I have this coming, but I was like, man, I wish it could have been better. But I do have the Toys Era sculpt that I think I'm going to flop out on it. So we'll see. And I love it's come with like the little knife and all that. So it's a cool figure. And here's the thing. We can get really butthurt about a lot of these, but tell me another time you're going to get a Alfred Molina Hot Toy version of a 6-scale figure of this version of the character from the classic, Spider-Man trilogy.
Never when you're guys are like this. God damn.
Well, you're not getting another one. So you better just take it and roll with it. That's what we're good at. Just Bohica, bend over, here it comes again. So yeah,
well, people did accuse you of being a Hot Toys dick rider at one point, Keco.
Of course.
Yeah, Keco said, "Let me get back on that dick and start riding." So sometimes you just got to do that to get the Hot Toys bag. So, but Josh, bro, What do you think? I mean, I don't even know if you've looked at this head sculpt that much, but I mean, how do you think about this? What do you think?
I actually love this Hot Toys. There's only a couple of Hot Toys I'd ever considered in my collection, and you know that. Like, I have a couple, but I put them in big dioramas, and like this is lit. I ordered this one. Okay,
nice.
I think the head sculpt is fantastic. I think the lighting on this is fucking absurd. Like,
I do agree.
There's depth to the face sculpt. His teeth aren't gray, people. Like, that's not the sculpt. That's shadow. Look at how bad the lighting is on this. I mean, it is a pure white, bright, giant light pointed in one direction. Okay? So I think the sculpt is actually fantastic. When I saw the blogger photos, I thought that was sick. I don't think this looks good here, but I know that's not what it actually looks like. I do not feel the lighting here is good in the slightest.
Right.
Gorilla Man, you look like you got something to say.
Gorilla Man. Come on, Keco.
I will not deny, and someone's saying it's like, well, it's not the Amazing Spider-Man 2 version, or I'm sorry, it's not Spider-Man 2 version. You're not getting another one. So no, you have to just roll with that. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, I agree the lighting is not great, but I think if you look side by side, it's not really close. It really isn't.
No, I mean, I think
side by side of the
hand, you'll be surprised.
I think so too, but that happens with a lot of figures.
Yeah.
That happens with, I mean, that's why part of
bad lit figure.
Well, it's like part of Josh, the conversation we had about overreacting, because this happened with Cable too. Remember, like a lot of people.
And I love my Cable.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that generally happens. I mean, people get really, and I remember too. I don't know if you guys remember Rise of Skywalker. Ray. I still don't think it's the best head sculpt, but it's solid. Who? It's solid. Right?
It has happened with half the figures that release.
That's true. There are some that are just unanimously like, oh, cheering and party, but some are like, because even Killmonger, I don't know if you guys remember Killmonger. People at the time were like, I don't know, but it's a fucking awesome head sculpt.
I don't want to talk bad about any figures, but there are plenty of figures where I've looked at it and like, this is not great. And the masses were like, fuck yeah, we got them. I was just like, oh, really?
Can you name one, Josh? Can you name one figure?
I can't name one, but a company that I love their stuff, but like,
Star
half
Ace.
the time I feel like they don't hit the mark is Star Ace.
Star Ace, I fucking
they
do
get
it, bro.
Awesome licenses. They have awesome concepts. The props look great. And then you look at the face sculpt and it's just like,
well, Josh, I don't think they ever hit the mark, do they? I mean, unfortunately.
Sometimes.
I honestly can't think of it.
They don't have the financial backing like friggin' Hot Toys does. But like, it's such a shame because like they put out such cool like bodies and props, and then it gets to the face sculpt, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Well, and that's why I always feel bad, like because they do try, and they it seemed like a good company and all that, but maybe they like sort of outsource that, like hire like an independent artist to do the head sculpts or something, but everything else they could do.
I feel like in time we'll see that. I mean, 3-0 started like that too, right? They were 3A, and like remember the Master Chief, even though it like it was a bombshell of a wreck when it released. The colors came off, it was clunky as shit, and now look at them as 3-0. I mean, they're killing it. It's time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly though, the claws are pretty fucking sick. And the tailoring on this is cool. But it's just, I mean, I really don't think the head's that bad. I think the head's like a 7.5 or an 8.
If you could create like a foam core car or something and just have him lifting it. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I really want to do like a diorama from Spider-Man 2.
That would be cool, bro. And the code is obviously wired. You can articulate it and do what you want.
Great ad.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. So hopefully I can pick one up from Josh. I'm still not sure, but if I can, then
I have to check. Honestly, we've been sold out, but there might be something. There might be something we can do.
I'll try. Dude. Well, if you can repair shit, then you can find me a Doc-Ock, dude.
I can just put one together. I'll just take an amalgamation of like
all the broken parts people send you.
And like an old body from like, I think I have like a Hawkeye body and we can just work with it.
Dude, just send me like the Toys Era one. And I'll be like, what the fuck?
I actually might have one.
Dude, I'm going to be like,
those money bags. Those money bags
I just found a bunch of my third party stuff from like the old days. Like I found the arms dealer. I found, what was the samurai one? that everyone was going nuts for, the duo pack. Back in the day, I found my Last of Us ones.
Oh, yeah, the CC
Like
toys,
I have a
yeah.
bunch of Ellie and Joel still.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's all worth crazy money. I can't sell it as comic concepts, but you know.
Yeah, you could sell it elsewhere.
Sell
But
it
we
as,
did get a question for you,
Tony.
Josh, before we move on. Duran Moss is asking, do you offer a double box?
It totally depends on the piece. It's not that we offer it on everything guarantee. We offer it for free on most 6-scale figures that aren't oversized. That's a free of charge service. There's no extra charge. But like Thanos, for example, we didn't double box. He was huge. Right. The DeLorean, we're not double boxing. It's a big box. But like every normal 6-scale figure or average size 6-scale figure comes just free double box. And we even include comics usually matching the character or at least brand, just for fun, just to get people to read and get into it.
It's pretty cool. My brother was asking me, Josh, he was like, where do all these comics come from? I was like, yeah, Comic Concepts sent me those.
Yeah, and that's free. Like it's totally free. Like I want people to get back into comics and reading and and it also supports the artists that are currently working on the comics.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to do it.
And it's also just a cool thing to include. And look, I can tell you guys from the Captain America and the Sylvie that I bought, both were double boxed. So, yep, normal size figures. Even Cap with the big ass wings, Josh double boxed it. So, yeah,
free charge.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, let's talk about some other news things that we got going on here. Kate Bishop, guys, this may be a quick one. The question really is this a failure? Because I think at the end of the day, look, this was never a super highly anticipated figure for most collectors. Sure, there are collectors who love Kate Bishop. Cannot wait for this figure. I think it actually turned out pretty good. Maybe my bar is a little bit low. I don't know, but maybe I just don't care that much about Kate Bishop. Although I did like her and I like Haley Steinfeld as an actress. I heard a lot of people saying they didn't like this head sculpt. And I heard some people say they didn't even like the sort of Band-Aid thing that was there originally. I kind of wish they didn't include that, but it was part of the show technically. Keco, is this figure overall a failure with how the head sculpt turned out? Because I mean, it looks like the proto to me. What do you think?
It does look like the proto for sure. But Will, you also, I don't know if you can talk because you also think the InArt Pennywise looks good.
Dude, it's a fucking grail, bro.
So of course you're going to think that this looks okay. And of course you're going to think the Doc-Ock is okay.
It's like Star Wars.
Just Star Wars. It's okay. But I love the colors.
Yeah.
The problem with this is that I don't like the little Band-Aid on the chin. I feel like that's dumb. There's no reason to have had that. I understand. Well, screen accurate. You cannot look at that. And if you if you put that picture in front of somebody and they said, "Who is that?" Most people are not going to say Haley Steinfeld.
She was just shaving.
Possibly. and that's the thing is that I think objectively she's one of the most recognizable people. And when you put her in this, you don't know that's her. And the biggest miss for this, and I think why people don't want it, there's no Clint. There's no actual Hawkeye with this. Yeah. So you're literally just putting some girl with a bow and arrow in it. Is this Katniss from Hunger Games? Who knows? You know, at this point, it's a failure in the fact that it can't go with anything. What are you going to put it next to? You could put it next to the Ronin figure, you know, essentially. Sure, maybe. But you don't want to do that. You want Hawkeye because that's the point of the show, Hawkeye. And the fact that they showed the prototype of Clint and it never came to fruition, I think that's a miss. So I like I said, I had this on waitlist and it never converted. So I'm not upset about it. I'm not hunting this one down because I don't really need it, nor do I want it. And there's no pizza dog. So who cares?
That's true. They fucked up with the exclusion of the pizza dog. That's a pretty worthy inclusion that they didn't include. Josh, you know, is this one you ever really got a lot of orders for or popularity for? No,
really. I knew immediately.
You knew me. You're like, we're gonna order 5. We're just
I ordered X amount, and I knew there were going to be people that wanted it. You know, there are plenty of people that are completionists, which I think is actually there are certain. You either have to be all in when it comes to figures like this. Let me rephrase. Let me rewind.
Yeah,
this is a figure for people that buy every figure and have a massive collection. I don't know a single person outside of fans of the actress that are going to buy this. Simple as that. It's either for the people that buy everybody or that's kind of it.
Right. And that makes sense. I mean, look,
it's not if you're a bad figure, it's just...
no, it's not about a figure. It's just the character is good, but she's not iconic yet. You know, she's not. And the show was good.
Get another one when she is.
Yeah, exactly. This would be the
So it's
original one, but is that the one that's going to be desired? We don't know, right?
And how do you not, like, if you are going to just give her some companion piece? If you want to do like an exclusive version of, you know, the black suited Yelena, there you go. You already have Yelena. Dye the thing black, give her some black lipstick, and call it a day. Like, you could have put her with that if you really didn't want to put anything else out. I mean, but that's my thing. There's just nothing to go with.
It's funny too, like certain angles I'm like, yeah, I see it, and other angles I'm like, oh, it's definitely off. Like this, I'm like, yeah, that's off. Like that's you know, it's Doc-Ock level, I'd say. I mean, it's off to a degree where it's okay.
Stop using our sweet Alfred.
Well, he's the new fucking standard,
as
bro.
a scale.
He is the scale, bro. He's the Doc-Ock. On the scale of basically InArt Pennywise being Grail versus, you know, what's Ant-Man and then Doc-Ock in the middle, I'd say she's Doc-Ock. That's where she is. Like, she's good. Look, the outfit looks great. I think we're all on the same page there. Outfit's great. Tailoring is great. Looks like a cool figure. But it's just, look, people have, you know, people have limited budget. People have limited space. Like you guys have mentioned, that's a great point. There's no companion piece for it. It's unless you have Ronin.
So it's for the collectors that want all of them, which is fine. You should appeal to those collectors too. It's not, these are high-end collectibles. So guess what? The people that do want it in 2 years, it's probably going to be worth money. Honestly, I doubt they made a
I'll wait for the J&D version.
Everyone's like, I got to go waitlist this to get money.
Right. I mean, honestly, this waitlisted pretty quickly because I think Sideshow realized they were like, yeah, there's not a lot of demand for this girl. So, and great character, but just not.
And I loved the show. Loved the show.
Yeah, the show was great, but it's
probably
just
one of the better Disney Plus pieces they put out.
I thought it was good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how this turns out, but I think, you know, I'm happy for the people that do want it. That's for sure. But what do you say, Josh?
Did you talk about the recent quarter scale Hot Toys releases?
Which ones?
I just got one.
Did you? Which one?
Dude, the gantry, the Mark IV gantry.
Oh, that is way too big.
We talked about that. That thing's fucking massive, bro. It's huge.
Dude, it's perfection.
This coming from a guy who has a giant-sized Luffy behind him.
Right, you have the one-to-one.
No one's even talking about Charizard, but he's actually older than most.
Isn't that a stuffed animal?
So.
Isn't that a stuffed animal?
It looks like a.
Dude, I got that when I was like 5.
Oh, okay.
How old are you, bro? I'm 37. I'll be 37.
I am an adult child who happens to sell to some of you.
So Josh is like 23, something around there. So yeah.
Yeah, sure. Damn.
23. Guys, let's ask the question. Hot Toys C-3PO. Did Hot Toys play themselves? Because we have Dusty C-3PO here, just very similar to Dusty Deadpool, very similar to what they did. You know, Dusty Deadpool, then regular Deadpool. This is Attack of the Clones C-3PO, and then we have Return of the Jedi C-3PO that has much more interest, much more popularity, much more anticipation. Right? Yeah. So, and then what we'll see. Yeah, I think they're both diecast. So they're both diecast, but this one's Attack of the Clones. This one has different color scheme, more weathering, clearly. Keco, did Hot Toys play themselves here, or is this one going to be a super grail because people are fucking sleeping on it? What do you think?
A super grail, I think, is extremely an overstatement.
We'll see.
I was surprised how good it looks. The actual in-hand piece, how good it looks next to R2, because I was super skeptical. I was like, this is before, you know, the Dick Eye C-3PO was actually revealed, and I'm like, this is after all these years, after all this time, this is the C-3PO you gave us, and it's very underwhelming because when people walk in, that's why he's called Goldenrod and Empire Strikes Back. Come on, Goldenrod. I mean, he's gold. C-3PO is gold. I mean, even this photo, I mean, that's pretty. That's cool. It looks good. It's not great. I mean, if you have this should have been, once again, a variant, Toy Fair exclusive, something like that. So this should not have been the first offering of C-3PO because, like you said, everyone wants the gold one. They want the one where you can like, okay, that's the guy that I grew up with and I know about. Outside of him being literally just the parts in episode 1 and then clothed in this dirt shell, essentially, he's gold in all other 8 of these films, okay? It's a unique piece, sure. And if you really want to be funny and put the battle droid head on it, everyone's like, haha, can't we just have the George Lucas humor back? Well, that's what you get if you do want that. You get the George Lucas humor with battle droid heads. Yeah. It is what it is. If you're really excited about it.
It's funny, like, and I said in my preview, Keco, I was like, look, the battle droids head thing, I was like, is anyone really going to display
that's a gimmick?
Like
Come on.
Like, is that, well, it's kind of like, maybe someone will if they want to recreate a scene like that, but you know, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe if you have your other C-3PO and you have this one, maybe you could create a funny scene like that, but I Josh, what do you think, bro? I mean, you had both obviously up for sale. I mean, did you notice any sort of were people canceling this one when their new one got dropped? Is that what happened?
Okay, so I'm glad I got to go last on this.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the release timing of this.
Okay.
Because you mentioned that they released this first and then they released Gold C-3PO, and that this should have been a Toy Fair exclusive, or it should have been low numbers or a variant or whatever. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew they were going to get a ton of sales if they released this first. And they did. And I did. I'm pretty sure I sold out. Bro, if Iron Man can have 50 figures, why can't C-3PO have 2 figures with one? I think the droid head is genius. I love... Okay, I know I said I didn't watch a lot of Star Wars. I did grow up with episodes 1, 2, and 3. Okay?
Okay.
So, okay.
I mean, how is that a photo, though? Go back to that.
The Headless Horseman?
So
the Headless Horseman C-3PO, yeah.
Who cares? Fuck, it broke again. I'm done.
No more repairs for
I'm
Comic-Con.
putting it down. I'm done. Dude, I love it. I don't see why anyone would be butthurt by it. And I think it's a great figure. And if people, I mean, I don't think people I didn't have any cancellations. To trade for it. I literally maxed out my allocation and sold. I think I'm sold out, dude. Like, I think it's a sick figure. And I think anyone who's a Star Wars fan, just like you can have 8 fucking Anakins, I think people can have 2 C-3POs that are actually very different looking. I think I personally feel it's a great figure. And I don't have anything to gain by boosting sales here. I'm sold out. So I'm telling you, from a collecting standpoint, I think it's an awesome piece.
But I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker's not real.
Is this supposed to be Mickey Mouse, Keco? Is that what that is?
I'm Plane Lady. Crazy Plane Lady.
Oh, who the fuck is that, dude?
What?
You haven't seen Crazy Plane
Who's
Lady?
Crazy Plane Lady?
The lady that saw the shapeshifter on the plane and everything became, and then she finally emerged like 3 weeks later with a TMZ article. Wild.
Dude, I don't even know what that is, but I want to research it now.
I will hook you up after.
So this is a real life story.
Yes.
Okay.
Where have you been? Okay.
Dude, I fucking missed that part. See,
put that on the poll. Say, do you know who Crazy Plane Lady is?
All right, yeah, I'll ask that one. I know Snakes on a Plane, but I don't know Crazy Plane Lady.
Okay.
Yeah, those must be different things. But yeah, I'm gonna ask. Do you know Crazy Plane Lady? Is that her name?
Yes.
Okay.
Crazy Plane Lady. She was everywhere. Every meme, everywhere.
I know her, and all I watch is anime.
Really? So what? Wait. Which one are you talking about? Because I feel like I've seen some videos. What did she say?
Haven't you
seen? Who's pointing to the back?
Pointing at the back. She's like, I got to get off this plane, and she's crying
out about this person that's endangering her, and there's no one there.
Yeah, and so people are saying she saw an alien.
Yeah, a random person.
I think I saw that, but I don't think I watched the whole thing. I think I just passed it.
Oh, bro, it's iconic.
so Zach said I can fix her.
That's what everyone has said, because now she's come out with this, like, and she's a gorgeous woman, which is crazy. And so she's got all this stuff with TMZ. It's
why would a gorgeous woman take drugs and
Yeah, she's like some marketing executive. Either way, yeah.
Dude, people are willing to fucking go on a limb for Shin Hati, who's probably done atrocities just because she's attractive. So anyone's like, I can fix her. Yeah,
like, I can help her. I can fix her.
I can fix her.
I can fix her. I'll take her as she is.
I'll take her as she is. Well, what do they say? If you don't accept me in my worth, you don't deserve me in my best. Or something like that? Yeah, something like that. That's
I think the wiser words are the hot crazy scale.
Yeah, dude, it really is a thing.
Oh, for sure.
It really is a thing, bro.
Everyone's just got a different angle, but it's always the same.
Yeah. I mean, look, there are plenty of crazy women out there that you're willing to probably overlook because they're attractive. So yeah, it's totally a thing, bro. But guys,
I've only got so many gray hairs left to sprout.
Well, at 23, that should be, you might want to see a doctor. So you might want to see a doctor with that, bro. But guys, let's debate something. I think this is going to be a fun one. Guys, in the chat, let us know about the Crazy Plane Lady, but also let us know about your thoughts on this topic here. Let's debate. If for all eternity, if you had to give up what InArt's done and what they're going to do and what you project them to do versus Hot Toys and what they have done and what you're going to project them to do, which one would you give up? You can only have one. One of these fuckers are going out of business, right? One of them going out. Which one would you stick with, Keco? You could only have one moving forward. InArt Danny Win would be a thing of the past. Would never happen. Might never happen anyway. But but what do you think, Keco? Who would you pick? Oh, you're muted, Keco. Hold on.
I was going to say, I'm not even going to hesitate. InArt is out so fast because there is no Star Wars license.
Yeah.
If there's no Star Wars, I'm out because that is what I care about the most. I do not care a thing about the Zack Snyder Justice Leagues, any of those things, all that. Pennywise, great. I'm happy for you. Don't care about Lord of the Rings. Don't care. So it's going to 100% be Hot Toys because they have the license. We'll say, well, what about Michael Jackson? Hot Toys has the license for Michael Jackson. At one point they did. So I can still get those. So yeah, I mean, without a doubt, because there's no Marvel license. So those are the two things in my collection that are the biggest, Star Wars and Marvel. So yeah, InArt is out. See ya.
Really? You give up? So, but what if, I mean, I guess it's not possible with Hot Toys in the game, but if InArt, for example, got Star Wars or Marvel, then you would be, that would be a different conversation, right?
Well, you could always play that game, but you said as of right now. But then Riley just opened up the multiverse. He said,
what did he say?
If we get rid of Hot Toys, then InArt could grab the Star Wars license. Conspiracy.
That's a good point, bro. Imagine.
Damn, that's smart.
Like, so Keco, and think of that question. Would you rather have InArt doing the Star Wars figures or Hot Toys doing
Well, here's the thing. I still am going to go Hot Toys because I cannot live with the InArt production time. And that's so does that mean that if they start getting if they get all those licenses, is that going to push back their window of how long it's going to take because they got more licenses?
And I think you would also get a lot less characters. You would get just
for
the main
sure.
ones.
Yeah, and people used to give Sideshow themselves shit like, why are you making all these random clones? We don't need this. And now look at them. You know, everyone's like, I want more clones.
Give me the battle droid.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Well, dude, for me, man, this is a really tough question, bro. This is a really tough question because I love my Hot Toys and I love the license. But Keco, if your main argument is the licenses they hold, I don't know. That's a tough one to me, bro. That's a tough one because Hot Toys is proven to make some really amazing shit.
I think your poll is odd. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't?
Would you go Hot Toys or Marvel?
Would you go Hot Toys or Marvel? Yes.
We'll pick one. People said yes and no. Sorry, guys. I'm like the plane lady right now. So there's someone behind me. Clearly. I'll run the poll again. And for the people who voted, thank you. Thank you for voting in that poll. You're the real ones out there.
You 30 out there. Way to go.
You 30. Guys, dude, fucking Daniel's here. Daniel, let's go, bro. Let's go. Daniel's here for the InArt talk. Let's go.
Of course. You say InArt and he shows up 3 times and there he is.
He's like the candy man, bro. You say InArt 3 times and he appears.
That's what Mark just said.
Yeah. He is, bro.
InArt. Did y'all say InArt?
Yeah, Daniel's like, I'm fucking here, bro. I'm fucking here. Love Daniel, bro. So I'll rephrase the poll for you guys. Keco, I might pick InArt, bro. I might pick InArt.
Of course it is because it's got the licenses.
I like being punished, bro. I'm a glutton for punishment.
We'll sit there and not have anything ever show up.
Exactly, bro. Think how much money you would save because InArt would only release like 2 things a year, and then at that point you'd be like, I'm gonna save so much money, dude. And also, look. We've asked this question a bunch. Josh, I want to bring you in on this one. Would you want higher quality things and less characters or more characters and maybe like pretty good quality, like what Hot Toys does? Like they make very good quality. Some of the figures are not always great. Some of them are really great. Just depends. But maybe you wouldn't get, you definitely wouldn't get Casca Reeves. You wouldn't get, who else? Like you might not even get Padme, for example. Like that might not even be one they make, but you would get some higher quality Anakins and stuff like that, probably. Josh, what do you think? I mean, if you were collecting 6 scale, which one of these would you give up first?
So, I mean, InArt for me, because I don't collect InArt, but it's actually not anything to do with, InArt or Hot Toys as a company. It's more of, or maybe it is, I don't know. It's more of having budget options for collectors that aren't wealthy beyond belief. And I think that's really important. And Hot Toys allows a wide range of collectors to purchase their product, whether they come from, not so much or not so expensive to, okay, now they have an art line. Okay, so they're going to start doing this now that you have the high-end collector. They also do vehicles, and that's something I really enjoy with Hot Toys. The vehicles are everything. Yes, InArt puts out amazing stuff. I have no idea how their replacement program is. It's not licensed, so there is really no replacement program. And they've only been around for X amount of time. So, I mean, there are plenty of manufacturers that go bust after 2 to 3 years. Just because they're Queen Studios doesn't mean InArt won't last. And, they've done okay with the Joker, but they're still not all released. They bit off more than they could chew with promises. And again, the quality product still came out, but there were still shortcuts. I know that it doesn't even stand up half the time with the magnets in the feet. And everyone's like, oh, well, they'll get it next time. Well, what if they don't? What if they don't put better magnets in the feet next time? And where are the budget options? So I would rather have more characters at a good quality than a few characters at high quality, because I can't tell you. I mean, I feel very satisfied as a collector with my options out there right now. Whereas if we were only doing like fucking Batman Bale the Dark Knight, like, okay, so everyone's going to have a Christian Bale Dark Knight, and that's it. That's it. They wouldn't be doing Keaton. They wouldn't be doing any of that shit.
They wouldn't be doing the greatest Batman to ever hit the screen, Robert Pattinson. Riley, for you, buddy.
Riley, that's for you. Bro. That's for you, bro. The Midman, as he's called.
But yeah, hey, the Batman.
You do make a point. Think how hard it would be to complete a line with InArt compared to how
it would be impossible. You'd have to see 10 to 20 years.
Right.
And it's a lot more money to do it.
And that's what crazy is, that we're at the 20-year mark of Hot Toys. They've been doing it for a while. I mean, we're on what, MMS 600 something? I mean, 600 plus figures. That's just the movie masterpiece, not the. They're probably close to 700-800 with all the diecast and the TV series. I mean, and the exclusives. I mean, that's a lot of figures. A lot of figures.
And really think about it. When you look at your InArt Joker and you compare it to like the new.
You muted yourself, Billy.
How
there he is.
Massive of a detail difference are you going to see from 5 feet away for that extra $200 to $500?
I think the InArt Pennywise versus Hot Toys is a big difference.
Really? Because I thought the Hot Toys Pennywise was incredible.
It was really good.
The release of the year. Okay, so there really is no difference from 3 to 5 feet away. Up close, sure, there's a minor difference. But to anyone else that's looking at those collectibles, if they were not side by side, you would not know which one's which if it was just the figure sitting there, besides those of us that have that trained eye. And that's where it's like, okay, what is the value of this collectible? Where does the value, where does that start to, tailor off, right? On the need versus value.
So you're thinking like the law of diminishing returns, essentially. You think at some point it's going to be.
I feel like with InArt, I am not willing to put that kind of money into a figure when I could get probably that just nearly as much joy as with a figure with sculpted hair. And I've experienced that with Queen Studios. I literally got their prison scene Joker, and it took over a year to get a replacement body because it broke. And quite honestly, I was like, I could live with sculpted. It was cool. It was super cool. But like, I spent what, $300-400 more for rooted hair?
Right. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I could have gotten an entirely different collectible. That's a print for you and the frame job.
It is a good point. And Jimmy, that's true. And Jimmy raised a really good point. InArt does make sculpted too. InArt does make sculpted. Yeah, they do. They're like Hot Toys prices. Yeah, they're like Hot Toys prices. So,
are they better?
We don't know yet. That's the thing.
Well, so like for example, Joker was like $360, and Hot Toys was maybe around that or a little for the sculpted. So they're pretty much price-wise sculpted about the same.
Where accessories the same.
No, I think InArt has more accessories, honestly.
Okay, so InArt's offering like one release value, technically.
Yeah, we have had one release, but I feel like InArt Joker versus Hot Toys Joker, it's at least comparable, like very similar. I would say InArt probably has more to better accessories.
So then really it comes down to replacement and protection.
Yeah.
Right. And with what we started the show off, that you're exactly right, is that I can't easily access those figures.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
There's a reason they cost that much. It's because they're not paying for the license. And if they do start paying for the license, the prices are going to probably be 100 to 150 higher.
But I thought they are officially licensed. InArt is.
They're
not in North America.
Not North America. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Which they are working on, from my understanding. So John.
Yeah, but that price is going to change then. I mean, look at J&D. Do you see the price difference in J&D in Korea when you buy from them versus the US? Though I think that's honestly just a stint to like just wreck retailers, because they make everybody raise the price by $600.
I know, Josh, and I remember I asked you that. And I was like, really why do you guys have to raise the price? Because you're like, that's what J&D
I make more money selling a DeLorean than I do a J&D piece.
Wow.
And the DeLorean was like $700 and J&D's $2,500. So And that doesn't make me want to support them all that much. I think they make great product, but it's like, I'm not going to invest in you.
Right. And that's again the insight as a business owner that people have to be aware of. Like, why would you restock things that aren't going to make you profit? That's counterproductive.
I mean, it's like Prime 1 bonus editions. I like to offer them to people, but I make more money offering a deluxe rather than a deluxe bonus at a cheaper retail rate if you go with that. And then I make people question, all right, do I really want to spend $500 extra on the bonus head sculpt or whatever the hell it is buying from Prime 1 Direct? Or do I buy it from Comic Concepts for $100 more? Or can I price the parts you're paying for? I make people see what they're paying.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a really interesting topic, guys. Look, I love it's almost like, the Family Guy thing where it's like, that could even, it could be in the box. It could be even be a boat, right? And he's like saying you could take the boat or take the box, the mystery box. He's like, it could even be a boat. That's kind of how I feel about InArt a little bit. I'm like, I haven't unboxed that Gandalf yet, which I will unbox and review it over the next 2 days. But like what they've shown and what they've done, I'm like, I really like that potential. I'm like, they could even be Hot Toys, right?
The potential is there. We're not debating that.
They could be fantastic, but
that.
Until they license for North America, they're not even in the game to me.
Right. Because
until they're licensed and have safety in check, what's the point?
Well, because then eventually, Josh, they're going to be sold like through you probably and Sideshow.
Yeah, if they license, they'll likely go with Sideshow, and if not, it'll be with me or someone else if they hate me. Because I've already had talks with them, and it's really up to the community where they want to go. We had a talk, and then they just disappeared. So obviously the licensing didn't go too well.
It's like dating apps, bro. They just go.
It is literally dating apps. Yeah,
that's business, dude. Business dating apps,
business. And that sucks because like I've thought about like stopping the retail game because like it makes me hate some of the pieces and stuff. Like just like I fucking. Like, I'll look at a piece and be like, I fucking hate your dad.
Hate your dad. On Carter uses show us on the statue where J&D hurt you. Exactly, bro.
No, dude, I maxed out J&D Jokers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I couldn't sell them, and it's not that it wasn't a great product. It was just, it is not worth the risk.
Right, the breakages.
And then look what happened with Catwoman. They didn't repair any of the broken ones that came in. Spec is really the distributor, which is actually day one distribution, all that shit. And they had to eat the cost. So it's like they can't be making money on this. So like what's the point?
Right. Yeah. Well, guys,
I love the product. I'm not shitting on the item. I'm shitting on the business of it.
Yeah. Well, dude, honestly, look, the results are not exactly surprising. Would you give up Hot Toys or InArt first? 71% said InArt. So yeah. I mean, I think
logic wins.
Logic wins, dude. I'm a contrarian.
For some.
Yeah, for some, not for me, though, not for me. But guys, thank you so much for voting in the poll. I had to run. Did you guys see I fucked up the poll the second time too? I put it up and then it was a yes. It was a yes or no, and then I corrected it and I changed it. So yeah, I can't run fucking polls today apparently. Guys, let's talk one more topic. I know we're running short on time, but we got one topic I think that we want to run through here. So let's talk about this. Look, I'm not going to get into the whole T-dubs thing. It's fine. Everyone knows kind of what's going on with that. Everyone knows Justin is a friend of mine. Look, if people want to ask my opinion on the T-dubs thing, I've always said I don't like Toys Wonderland. Yeah, I don't like Toys Wonderland. I've told Justin that. He knows. We're still friends. It's fine, right? I'm happy to see that he's moved on from them because that's really something I've tried to, advise him when he's been willing to talk to me about it. That I think that's what he should do, and he's done it. So good for him. Kudos to him. That said, I want to talk about the figure reviews aspect because this whole situation created a conversation of, are influencers, YouTubers good for the community? Do they have people's best interests at heart? Are they corrupt? Are they whatever, right? There's any number of ways you could go with this topic. But figure reviews, at the end of the day, I want to ask the chat too, because these are the people watching this type of content. Are figure reviews valuable for collectors? Because what Sideshow does, it's not a review. It's an unboxing. It's a first look, right? It's a little bit different. They're not saying, we think this figure is XYZ or great. It's a 10 out of 10, whatever. They just say, here's what it is. Here's the articulation, so forth. Would people almost prefer that? Or did they like these lives? I mean, I could tell there's 190 people watching. There's people who like these live streams to hear collectors share their opinions. And then, of course, share their opinions in figure reviews. So, Keco, I got to ask you, bro. Are figure reviews ultimately valuable for collectors? Like for you as a collector, do you like watching figure reviews? Do they help you at all?
I actually cannot stand them. I cannot.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. If you want to see what something comes with and you can see, okay, what does it look like out of the box? That's fine. I do not care about someone's opinion of something. I don't care how much I can pose it. Don't care anything about that. Certainly do not. And this, well, I know you do Fuka reviews, so I'm not trying to shit on you.
I do, but
But-
go ahead, shit on me. It's fine.
But here's the thing. How many times can you see the same thing over and over? Now, I understand there is a market for it. And like I said, Justin probably had that market or whatever for the reviews because he got them out first. He had his style aesthetic, and everyone, if you wanted to see what something looked like in hand, that's probably where you went to go see it. But how many times do you need to see something? Oh, here's the box. Here's the accessories. Here's what it. Here's how you push it. I was like, whoa! I had no idea you could lift the arm that high. Had no idea it came with webs on Spider-Man. I mean, like, what do you want to see at this point? Because I just don't care. I don't care what someone's opinion is because you're not going to sway me. If it looks good from the blogger photos, and I really am still unsure, then I'll see. Okay, what does it look like for real? And then that's it. I just don't. They're all the same. They're all the same, in my opinion. Especially some of the people, they're like, hey, I'm doing my review. No offense, because to the Captain America. Captain America's been out for a minute or whatever. I'm just using that as an example. But like, I don't care what someone's saying about a figure that's been out for 6 months or something like that. So I'm never going to go look at it. So you're not influencing me to go get one. You're not influencing me to not get one. I make my decisions based on kind of how it kind of comes out in the photos. And honestly, if I've never had something to where like, oh shit, hell no, cancel this thing or anything like that. So figure reviews mean nothing to me.
So Keco, do you even watch them at all? Do you you don't watch them yet?
No, and I did one review myself, and I felt so dirty doing it. It's actually on my channel. It's terrible,
dude. We have to pull that one up.
It's the Raven Blade or Raven's whatever the one, the Corvus Glaive. And,
okay,
yeah. And so I'm not I have terrible equipment. I'm not a reviewer. I don't have the aesthetics to pull that off. I just literally film stuff on my phone. That is not what is successful for me on YouTube. I think all 13. Oh God! Oh, the Burrow jersey,
dude. You had the Joe Shiesty jersey.
Yeah.
Where is the figure though?
It looks great, but is it just you talking the whole goddamn time?
No.
Well, it says figure review.
There's got to be something in there.
It's just you.
I think I know why it was.
That's why you didn't like figure reviews, because you didn't actually review the figure, bro.
Yeah, I think I talked about it. There it is.
There it
is. At the 8-minute mark.
Yeah, the 8-minute mark. You finally showed.
I don't know why this didn't take off. But no, I don't have the. I don't have the
it's
setup.
Such a unique style of review, bro.
Will, do you mind hitting the dislike button real quick?
No, actually, I earned.
I'll hit the dislike on him.
Please, I earned that dislike. But
I'll give you a like, bro. I'll give you a like.
No, I don't have the equipment, the setup. Look at him. They look great together. Do you want this one?
Keco, don't fuck around, bro. You could do reviews. You're like the best photographer in 1/6.
Judge yourself too quickly.
There's no market for it. By the time I get these,
why are you marketing? Do it for fun.
I don't, because I have other things to do. If I'm going to do,
you're not a reviewer then.
That's why I said I am not a reviewer.
Yeah, he's not. He's a photographer though.
I'm a photographer, and I'm a bullshitter and a ranter. That's what I am.
So we do the same thing.
Yeah, I love bullshitting. So no, all that to say, I don't care about that. Actually, Mark Attack put this in another video where I wore that giant headdress, that bear headdress. Remember when we were on the stream and I did that?
Oh yeah.
And I actually have the screenshot on my phone. It said, "Why does it look like Keco's about to storm the Capitol?"
He did.
Because I looked like the shaman or whatever.
Dude,
but yeah,
this is fucking hilarious, Keco. We go through your review. It's like you talking for 8 minutes.
There's got to be a picture.
There's one. 655.
Yeah. 655. I think because
it's just like a 1 second.
Because I don't have the rotating base or anything like that.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, dude.
Look how shaky it is. There's my fucking chair behind
dude,
it.
mine's shaky too, though. I don't have a fucking gimbal, so with mine's kind of shaky too. So and then Keco's back. About 15 seconds later, he's back.
This is some priceless shit.
Keco doesn't even fucking remember. You don't even remember doing this, dude.
I remember I did a review, but I thought that there was actually a review part in it.
You titled it review, but then you didn't review it.
I'm about to go delete this bit.
Yeah, delete it.
Why am I focused
Guys,
on it so
go
much?
like this video, please. Go give Keco a like. Keco, Dude, this is fucking clickbait title, bro.
Oh, what is
said-
the title? What is
You
the
said
title?
you were 6-scale figure review, but there's no review. Like, bro.
Oh, that's what it is. Is that I actually start like if you start, it's like, hey, I think I call it like it's called another damn toy review. It's like, does anybody really care about another damn toy review?
So it's
That's what
satire.
it is. Yeah, and oh man,
Yeah, dude, 6-scale figure review, but no actual review.
Oh,
I'm gonna
boy.
start doing that for mine, bro. I'm gonna do next Gandalf, guys. No fucking pictures of
yeah.
Gandalf. It's
just
gonna
take
be me.
trust
Guys,
me, bro.
it's
Source,
amazing.
trust me,
Look
bro.
at the
Trust me,
Yeah,
bro.
trust me. All right, so Josh, I mean, what do you
Get
think,
that
bro?
shit off there. Come on.
As a retailer, like, what do you think, bro? Like, a figure reviews valuable input?
I think it totally depends on the reviewer.
Mm.
Like, I don't really watch reviews for most of my pieces, but I'm also surrounded by this shit daily and I can kind of figure it out. But I definitely feel they're valuable from like a boxing up standpoint. And that's when I use them. Like, if it's like, oh shit, how does this go in the box, or how is it protected? I'll go to an unboxing and a figure review every time. The individual also totally depends. Like, you know, like I don't think figure reviews should be done as a business, because you can kind of tell who those that do it as a business and those who genuinely enjoy it. There's a complete difference. And you can see that both in the editing quality and in the references, or the referrals, I should say. And I mean, that's the reality of it. Like, if there's someone promoting a shop that really shouldn't be promoted, and I'm not directing this at anyone, you see it with a bunch of different reviewers, like, I don't consider them a valuable asset. Maybe they have great charisma, but they're constantly getting people screwed over, and, you know, they have that power. The other side to it is there are plenty of reviewers who put their heart and soul into it and can't even break in because they are against like titans of the industry, right? Those that have been here for like 10 to 15 years. But that being said, because I literally just rambled and went completely off topic, I do think they're valuable. It totally depends on who you're watching. I mean, what the point of their channel is. I really do think that's everything. So it's not really a question that's yes or no. There's too much gray to it. They're totally valuable for me from a pack up and protection standpoint when I'm buying or selling or anything like that. And I've definitely looked up reviews when it came to like 3-0 figures, like statue, or 3-0 Transformers articulation. Like, how legitimate is this articulation with all that armor on there? Same with Iron Man, because if you ever had an Iron Man figure, you know, when you try to pose it, there's a very high risk of scratching that paint if you're not careful and you don't move that armor plate just right. So
Right.
I do think they're valuable. It just depends on the person.
I think they're valuable too. I mean, I definitely watch them. I mean, I watch, you know, everyone's going to be different. Like, I watch Justin's reviews. I think that's a valuable input for me. You know, look, people have given the criticism. He tends,
reviews.
yeah, like he tends to like a lot of things, and that's fine. Like, to me, it's just like, I value his opinion, and also I value seeing the figure. Like, you know, he's even said that, like, if he, you know, if you want, if you don't like his voice or you don't like what he says, you could just mute it and watch it and see the figure, right? So that's always input too. And Sideshow does it. People, like, again, Sideshow is not a review, but it still is a valuable input into the system. So people look at that and make a decision.
It's a sales
about
option.
that. Yeah, exactly.
It's valuable when deciding whether you want this or not, because it prevents a return.
Right. Exactly. And that's something that I think too, that is valuable for everyone involved, for the health of the industry and the businesses and the collectors. And you don't want to get something you're not going to be happy with. So I think it's good to, you know, and that's why we do overreact, but sometimes it's good. It'll save you money and space and whatever in the long run. So guys, thank you so much for your thoughts on that one. We got 2 super chats we got to address real quick. If I can pull them up. Let's see here. My computer is not wanting to cooperate. So yeah, it's literally just not working.
I love melon.
What do you say, Keco? You're muted.
love melon.
Hold on, Keco, you're still muted.
Is it not? Hello?
I can hear him.
I was saying, I love melon.
Dude, Melon, dude. Okay, the comments are showing now. Thank God, dude. My computer was like freaking out for a second. Melon was like, yeah, no way. Nat G, thank you so much, Natalie. I gotta see Natalie when I go to Orlando in about a couple weeks. Natalie, we got to sync up, and we got to get Natalie back on the stream. Keco is muy caliente. Love these guys and Keco's clickbait videos. Where's Riley? Riley's with the ladies tonight, bro. He's not on tonight, but he will be back another week. But yeah, good to see you, Natalie. Thank you so much for the kind super chat, and got to get you back on the show. And of course, we got to hook up in Orlando. We got to, if you're willing to go to Last of Us, we're going to go. Optical and I are going to go. So, and I think Josh, Yeah, dude, have you seen that, Josh? The Last of Us Horror Nights in Orlando.
Oh, I am going. I'm totally going.
When are you going?
I think we might go at the end of this month.
Dude, that's when I'm going to be there. Let me know. I'm going to be there the 26th through October the 1st. Dude, it's going to be like a big...
with all the dancing Megans. Like, I was obsessed.
Dude, you saw that?
I'm absolutely going. Like, I'm so excited.
Okay, well, Josh, dude, let me know, bro. Because if you're going to be there, it's going to be a party. Nat's going to be there. I think Josh McCoy, Optical, and I. Like, it's going to be...
Yo, I'm down. Super down.
Dude, let me know. Because we're going. My mom's going to be there. So you get to meet her. Be like, Mom. Yeah, well, my mom will be there for the rest of us. She's going to go to the Last of Us thing with us. It'd be pretty fun. So anyway... Najee, thank you so much. We got another super chat from Night Cow. Keco is the GOAT. Bro, Keco is the GOAT, bro. GOAT of reviews. That's gorilla. He's the gorilla GOAT. Harambe. He loves Harambe, so it makes sense.
Correct.
Yeah. Harambe is the Nexus moment. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us this fine Friday evening. Hopefully, we provided you guys with a valuable, fun show. Thank you so much for joining and super chatting and regular comments and voting in my shitty polls and just engaging all around. Guys, Keco Collects, bro. What reviews do you have coming? Because I feel like I want to see more.
I can tell you one thing, you will not get another damn review out of me unless I'm reviewing the Bengals Super Bowl parade when that does go.
Dude, do you think Bengals are going to win the shit this year?
Yes.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Okay. We'll see.
And it's not just the fact that people are picking them. I could believe me, everyone's picking Buffalo last year. And I was like, oh, well, Bills, let's go. And I know they're even playing those commercials about the script and things like that. I just think they have what it takes. They've been there. The team is deep enough, and this is probably their best chance because they're not going to have the rest of those weapons moving forward. I know Burrow said that his career is the window, the Super Bowl window, which that's a badass statement. By the way. my window's the entire career. But yeah, I'll say Bengals, Super Bowl champs. But obviously, I'm not doing reviews, but feel free to check out my actual stuff on IG. But I did do my 10 rarest figures in my collection. That's a video that I just recently put out there. So please check that out and check me out on the TikTok. Check me out on the Reels, on IG, all those different places at Keco Collects. I would certainly appreciate it. It's a good thing.
Well, guys, that video Keco just made is fucking awesome. The top 10 figures, dude. I was watching that. That was really good, man. And of course, bro, Keco, we didn't plan this, but your video dropped same time as my cap review. I was like, well, no one's gonna watch my fucking review now.
Damn, my bad, dude.
Nah.
Well, I did put a poll up because I technically
I voted at that time too, so
I was like, okay, when do y'all watch this shit? And everyone's like, most of it said 5, most of it said 8. I was like, all right, 6:30 it is. So here we go.
Usually people like that from my experience, like 5 to 8, somewhere in there.
We'll coordinate a little bit better, buddy.
Dude, I'm just fucking do that. I don't care. Like, dude, those videos, you make fire videos, bro. And I reviewed a figure that came out 7 months ago, so it's fine, dude. It's totally fine. And I showed the figure though. I did show the
figure. I'm still so weak that we showed that. Like I forgot all about it. You better believe. Get it in now because I'm deleting that bitch.
Yeah, you delete. All right. So Josh, bro, thank you so much for joining, man. Offering your insights. Tell the people when you're gonna find that Last of Us print for me. Because
I was gonna find it tonight, but then you asked me to come on this stream, and so that was the only time I had.
Damn, fuck this, dude. I'm never inviting you back, dude. After this,
it's just been crazy with Dragon Con and everything, which was awesome, by the way. Dragon Con was really cool,
dude. I shared that because I found that little sneak loophole on your website with the Dragon Con.
There was a Dragon Con exclusive section that it's totally not there still. But I'm literally taking it down tomorrow. I haven't had time at all. I was working at the hospital all week.
Well, that Captain America that I bought from you, that's discounted. Yeah.
I mean, there were things that you could normally not get anywhere. And you saw it, so it's not all smoke.
Yeah. Well, dude, is there any other sales or anything else you're running anytime soon?
Right now, a lot of our in stock are on sale. We started the Labor Day sale. I'm really bad at running a business, guys. Like I didn't even announce it. They're just on sale. And people have been sniping things. It's been great. I'm just kind of, quite honestly, I've been working really hard and I've invested a lot in like SEO, which search engine optimization for anyone that doesn't know what that is. And I've just been kind of wanting to see without marketing what kind of sales I can pull just from natural search and growth. And it's doing pretty well to the point where we're selling out of a lot of stuff. So
nice.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, from a non-business standpoint, I'm totally going to start doing reviews again because I really liked doing my unboxings. And now that my room is getting together, I don't think I'm going to wait to put the trim in. The whole house doesn't have trim. I'm tired. I want to enjoy my room. So I'm gonna start doing some unboxings in videos actually.
Dude, love it.
I know I have to do the Jimmy Palace Kaido, which is a beautiful piece. And I have a channel that like nobody knows about because I don't really promote it.
I think I'm
and then
subscribed.
it's Comic Concepts on YouTube, but then I'm
Okay.
also gonna start doing video game streams, which I'm excited about. I know that that's beside Comic Concepts, but I'm trying to do like more from an entertainment standpoint, and it's a lot of fun for me. So yeah, that's my channel. The AOT video did insane. The Attack on Titan.
77K views.
Yeah, it did
Damn.
really well. So apparently people like my reviews. So
Dude,
I think I'm going to start doing actual reviews. I put a lot of heart and soul into them. I spend hours.
More FaceTime on it, maybe.
I'm a perfectionist.
FaceTime.
So, yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. So I'm gonna start doing more reviews.
Nice, bro. That sounds great, man. Especially those statues and stuff. Like
they're statues. Yeah, I'm not gonna impede on anybody. I promise.
No, dude, I'll review statues every now and then. Just depends on the statue, but
they're all unique. I mean, you look at this list; it's not anything anybody here has.
Right, dude. But dude, honestly, man, Josh, I'm thinking about the Witch King and the Night King with you, all the kings. So yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see. But if I can review those, then. But the problem is, Josh, the Witch King is about 3 inches too deep for that case. That's the problem.
Just don't get it then.
Yeah, but I want him.
If you have to debate it, you don't need it. I bought my Ghost face, and while I love the character, it didn't speak to me when I unboxed it, so I have to sell it. It's one of those things, like I'm out of room. It's got to be like, yo, don't you love me? And I'd be like, yeah, bro, I do. If the statue doesn't say that, then
well, that's why I pre-ordered that Ellie with you, because I was like, fuck it, dude. I want that thing.
So. I can't wait to put up my Last of Us statue. It's been so lonely and cold, and it's
dude.
fun.
And then when the Prime 1 drops and it's like $2,000, and then we can have
I'll be like, you should have bought the one I had.
Exactly, dude. But it's all good. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Check out my review I did for Captain America, Falcon Sam Wilson version. Just put that up. Gandalf is here from InArt. I got to unbox it and review it sometime today or tomorrow. So very excited about that. I got to review Sylvie. I bought from Josh as well. I'm still working on that review. So Sylvie will be up sometime in the next probably couple days, a week or so, but Gandalf is going to take the priority because we got to get that boy out there. But guys, there'll be clips from the stream. Check out all of these guys' channels. Josh is about to do some awesome reviews. Kiko's going to do some reviews with FaceTime. It's going to be awesome, bro. Kiko, don't you dare delete that video, bro. That is a Grail video.
But can I end the stream with a prayer? Because someone asked about this. There's like, hey, do you have any Harambe figures? I was like, no, but I do have a Harambe candle, an actual prayer candle for Saint Harambe. Can I read the prayer as we go?
Yeah, dude, read the prayer and then I'll roll the outro.
Great. It says Saint Harambe prayer candle. Once again, there it is. It's official.
Okay.
It says gas prices, inflation, war supply. I messed up. Try again.
All right.
Gas prices, inflation, war, supply chain issues, COVID. All happened after the death of Harambe. There are no coincidences. Hashtag dicks out for Harambe. Legends never die.
I ran the fucking intro.